Hello, Mac here, and today I'm going to talk about 6 things that you may not know about the Executives and Other Criminals DLC. Now, I've done this in the past for the Heist update. I actually made 2 videos for the Heist update with both 6 things that you may not know about that DLC. Also, for Ill-Gotten Gains Part 1, I made it, and a lot of you guys actually really seem to enjoy those videos. I haven't made one for the more recent DLCs, just because there hasn't really been much that they don't really talk about. You know, they've pretty much everything that they add, they'll actually, say in the patch notes and stuff. With this DLC, there are quite a number of things that you may not know about this DLC, and that's what I'm going to be talking about in this video. Stuff that either wasn't in the patch notes, or, not that many people know about, even if it was in the patch notes. That's what I'm going to be talking about in this video. So first off is that double clutching is back. Now, if you don't know what double clutching is, and I will leave a link to a video in the description. It was just something that a lot of people really enjoyed, and for some reason in the Lowrider DLC they took it out, but they have added it back in. This was in the patch notes, and they said that they fixed some issues related to vehicle drifting and double clutching, thanks to the feedback from the racing community. Nobody really knows why they took it out in the Lowrider DLC, but it is nice that they added it back in. Next is actually that you can now change the trim on some of the new vehicles in the DLC. Now, I did this on the Shafter V12, and I'm sure it's on other vehicles. I've heard that it's on the Cogstanetti. I don't know about the Baller, like the new Baller variants, or even if it's on like the regular Shafter and stuff like that. But at least on the Shafter V12, and I'm sure it would be on some of the other vehicles. I know it doesn't have it on the Verlier. Probably some other vehicles will have this. You can actually change the interior trim to the colors that you can change on the outside of the car. So that's just a nice update. Probably not that big of a deal unless you do use first person a lot in vehicles, but it is just a nice change, and I really do like it. And it sort of reminds me of like the Lowrider DLC, how you can change the trim in that. This is for other vehicles that aren't even lowriders. Also, next is that there's now an updated Valkyrie in the creator. Now, in the new Extraction Adversary mode, there's actually a Valkyrie in that game mode that doesn't have the front cannon, the explosive one that, the gunner uses. It doesn't have that, and it's called the Valkyrie Mod 0, and that's actually in the creator. So all it has is the pilot and the machine gunners on the the miniguns on the side, which is actually a huge change and one of the best if you do like making like say LTSs or captures and stuff, but you don't want that front cannon because it is quite overpowered, honestly. Just that front cannon is so amazing. Now, I haven't heard of anything like this being in online, like in free mode. I don't think you can buy this. That would be quite nice though if you could like buy sort of a worse version of the Valkyrie, but maybe have it cheaper or something, maybe have it faster. I don't know. I don't think that this one is actually faster or anything like that, but it does just does not have the cannon, which is kind of nice. And you can actually place this in a creator. I know personally I've thought of some LTSs or captures and stuff that would work amazing with the miniguns on the side of the Valkyrie, but it's always just that cannon just messes up. It messes the whole thing up. So also, one other thing is that in the patch notes, they said that the flatbed trailer has been removed from possible respawn or start-in vehicles in the creator for capture jobs. I don't know why they changed this, but it is something that they have changed. I don't know how many of you guys actually cared about the flatbed trailer. I'm sure it's still in the creator, like you can place it and stuff, but for some reason they removed it from possible respawn and start-in vehicles. I don't know why, honestly, but that's just something that they changed. And next is that the topless Casco is gone. Now, if you don't know what the topless Casco was, the Casco was added in a Heist update, and there were a few modders and stuff that were actually able to get the Casco topless. And in the Ill-Gotten Gains update, in Part 1, I believe, they actually made a change, or, there was some bug that whenever you bought a Casco, sometimes, or usually most of the time, you would actually get a topless version of it. Now, I had one myself, and it was a very nice looking vehicle. It was sort of rare because not many people knew about the topless Casco. It didn't really change the vehicle all too much, aside from there wasn't any roof and no back and stuff. But it was just a nice looking vehicle. I actually liked it more than the regular Casco. But if you do have a topless Casco, it will actually have a roof on it now, which is kind of sad, honestly. I mean, they didn't take the vehicle out or anything. They just put the roof on it, and that's just, I don't know why they would even change this, honestly, but they did, so it's kind of sad that they did, honestly, because I was actually a big fan of the topless Casco. I think it was one of the better looking cars in the game, but for some reason you can't get it anymore. I mean, maybe if you mod in, there may be some ways to get it in, but for some reason, if you had one, it should have a roof on it now. I don't know why they even would have changed this, because to my knowledge, it didn't change any of the stats on the vehicle. It was just a different, looking version. And it was all cosmetic, pretty much. And even, this would actually be sort of a disadvantage if you were doing, like, drive-bys or something, to have a topless Casco. I mean, of course, the Casco isn't the best drive-by vehicle, but if you were, you're going to be more exposed if you have the topless version. But I don't know why. Honestly, I think they should just have it where the topless version is in the mod shop, so you can just take off the topless version or make a different vehicle for it. I think that would be very nice, but for some reason they don't have that. Next and finally actually deals with the social club, but in this update they actually changed it where on the social club, if you have a selfie in-game that you took with Snapmatic, you can actually add that as your profile picture on the social club. So this is actually a very nice change. I don't know how many of you guys would actually use this, but it does add a little bit more sort of uniqueness to your actual profile picture on GTA. And they did actually send you a message. I didn't get an email though, which is kind of weird because usually they'll just send you emails for this kind of stuff. But I got a message on the social club, and if you do have your messages enabled on social club, you should have one from Rockstar just telling you about this. But let me know your thoughts on some of this stuff in the comments. Did you like some of these changes? Did you not? Especially like, say, the Casco. Also, if you have any other things that weren't really talked about in the patch notes or anything like that and you want to share it, let me know that in the comments. But I hope you all enjoy. Feedback is always appreciated. I'll see you guys in the next video.